Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Okoli Chidozie Golden Blaze. I'm here to show you guys an amazing thing I was able to achieve on Trello. So I went to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT to give me a task to help me test my knowledge of how to use Trello. And ChatGPT gave me a task. And if you've seen my notepad, this is I had to tweak it a lot of ways because the fact is, if you know how to use ChatGPT, you can always tweak it in whatever way you like. Now, it gave me this as a project and said I should create the project on my Trello. But there are a lot of things that were missing. So I had to keep prompting it until it said. So what I did is, he gave me the project. I said, okay, help me and break this project down. Assign each task to a particular department in my office. So assuming we have project management department, marketing department. So assign this to marketing department, assign this to project department. This is what executives are going to do. This is what UI UX department are going to do. So he broke it down. Then I went back and told it, give me a timeline for this project. So the project is, ChatGPT called it website redesign project. So which means that the the company in question already had a website but want to redesign their website. So it actually gave me a breakdown of everything I needed to create this. Most times you can use your hand to generate some of this timeline, but I just wanted to make it a little bit simpler for me to create this. So, and what you are looking at here is the product of that work, that project that ChatGPT gave me. I've not been able to finish it up, but I thought it's wise to do a video as I'm still doing it so that I can show us how I am doing some of the processes. So if you're looking at this screen, you will see there are a lot of things that have been put in here. Some of them have been assigned to the department. This one is assigned to project management department. This one is assigned to marketing department. And if you check my Trello board, you will see that, because what I wanted to do is I wanted to create a task where once the task is assigned to project, like this one assigned to project management department, it will automatically appear on the board of the project management department. So this one says gather initial requirements from stakeholders. If you look at the project management board, you will see that I've been able to mirror it to appear in project management board as well. Gather initial requirements from. So whatever changes I make on the project management department makes on this, there are checklists of things they are supposed to do, like schedule meeting with stakeholders, prepare questions and discussion point, document stakeholders input, anyone they've done and they tick it that they've done it. You'll find out that if you go back to the main board where I created the project itself, you find out that after some seconds, it will automatically update to on the main board. So I wanted to show you guys how I actually did this. First of all, I started by creating a new project. So like create a new board or whatever, create a new board. And then I decided, or rather I didn't start by creating, I used an already existing template. I believe we all remember when Ekwi was teaching us that she mentioned this Kanban template. So I loved what I saw when she opened it. It's a template that is very, very colorful and all that. So I decided to use the Kanban template. So I clicked on it, it opened it. Then I started editing the lists that were available. The list that were available was not exactly here. Like here I have backlog, to do, in progress, in review, and done. So I started editing it by clicking it. Once you click on any one of it, you type what you want to type, backlog, you click on the second one, change from whatever it was to do. And if at the end of the day you don't have enough boards, maybe like you need 5 cards, you need 5 cards, or rather you need 5 lists, and what you have is 3. You can click, you can go to the end of the list. You see add another list. Click on it. It will add another list for you. So now the Kanban template was already had this backlog and to do. So it already had pictures uploaded on it that had backlog and then to do. But there is one that has in progress. I changed one of its list to in progress, and it didn't have in progress. So I went to edit this by adding a picture. So you can also add your own picture as the cover page of the list. So all you need to do is click on it to open it, and then you click on cover. It will open a lot of things for you. If you like, you can upload an image of your own by clicking on upload a cover image, or you can search from the already existing ones. What I did is I searched from the already existing one. I just searched for photos, and then I typed in progress so that it will give me a picture that looks like something is in progress. It gave me a lot, so I decided to use this one. I clicked on it and then saved, and that was how I got this. Then I went also to in review. I noticed that the picture the list I changed to in review, what the picture I had, I didn't like it. So all I did was I did the same process and changed the picture to what I have here. Then the one of done already had something, so I didn't bother myself about changing them. So what I did was, under each of these lists now, I started creating cards. But first of all, I created a card that had that I listed all my labels, because I know I was going to use labels. So on this card, I just created labels and defined what each label means. So here it says label each label shows which stage the project has reached. So if you look at this is planning phase, which is green. This is development phase, which is yellow, and all these other phases. So to do this, I was able to, you click on, after adding a card here, you click on this pencil button here, which is edit, or you just click on it to open the card. Instead of that, you click on it to open the card. So when I opened the card, I came to labels. I clicked on labels. Now there were a lot of labels here, a lot of different colors here. So I just selected the ones I wanted and edited them by typing something on them. So once you click on this button here, you can change this to anything you like by typing here. See this planning phase, I input it here, So change the color, and then all these things you are looking at is I had to enable colorblind friendly mode, because there are some people that all these colors, they are blind to color, so they can't see all these colors. So this colorblind friendly mode is what added all these designs, or what would I call it, at the beginning of each of the card. So to enable those who are colorblind to be able to see, okay, this is for planning phase, this is for that, this is for launch and post-launch and all that. So that's how I was able to create a label. I deleted the ones I didn't need, and that was that for labels. Then that description you saw was added here. So I named it labels, and each label shows which stage the project has reached. Now it was now time for me to start creating the cards one after the other. That's the tasks, individual tasks, and assigning them to departments. So if you take a look at what ChatGPT gave me, it gave me the different things I can create for different. So it says phase 1, the planning phase. So it also gave me the phases, but I'm the one that asked it to break this down into phases. So it kept giving me new answers with the one it has already generated. It just add. So if I needed to give me due dates for each of the work, I'll say, okay, on this project, outline the due dates for each of the projects, and it just gave me the dates. This one should have a due date of 2 days, this one. So I just started inputting all those things on my own. So this was planning phase. Week 1 to 2 is about planning. So he said gather initial requirement from stakeholders. That's the title of the card. So I came here and created a card and named it gather initial requirement from stakeholders. And then he gave me a description for that particular card, description here say gather initial requirements from stakeholders by scheduling and conducting a meeting, preparing questions, and documenting inputs and requirements. So that's what it gave me. So all I did was copy that and paste it on the description here, the description box here. That's what I did. I copied it and pasted it here, and then I saved it. Now, it broke down this task into multiple into multiple checklists. So for me to be able to do this, there are 3 things I need to do to be able to achieve this gather initial requirement for stakeholders. It says that I need to first of all schedule the meeting with stakeholders. This should have due dates, should be May 21st, whatever. And then prepare questions and discussion points, document stakeholders' inputs and requirements. These are the 3 steps I need to take to ensure that this first task is complete. So all I did was to create a checklist and copy each and every one of these steps into the checklist. So how do you create a checklist? On this card, you will see where it is written checklist. You click on it. I'm still going to give you, I've already created this, but I'm still going to demonstrate how I create. There are some I've not created their checklist. So I'll still, let me use those ones to demonstrate. So let's assume this part says implement homepage design. And there are steps that I am supposed to take as well. There are steps I'm supposed to take as well, but I've not included them. So let's include them and see how it works. This is implement homepage design. Look for it on my notepad. Implement. Okay, that's just hold on, I'm coming. Implement homepage design in progress. Okay, let's just find it. Implement. Okay, so this is it over here. Implement homepage design. So the task that were given to me were 1, set up, that's the checklist, set up HTML structure. So I'm going to copy this, and the due date for that is July 12th. So I'm going to put that here, checklist. Then once you click that checklist, it's going to bring this out for you. Just click add. It will add the checklist. But now you are supposed to add the items on the checklist. So the first one I copied, I'm going to paste it here. Set up HTML structure. I've pasted it there. So it said that the due date is July 12, 2024. So I'm going to select the due date for this one, July 12th. So this is May, June, July 12th, 2024. So let's say by 4 o'clock p.m. is the deadline for this. And then I want Trello to send me an alert 2 hours before the deadline to remind me of the deadline of this 2 hours before this deadline. You can choose 1 day before the deadline. You can choose 15 minutes, depending. So, and then I save. If I save it, you will see sometimes when you save it, it will not appear. So all you need to do again is to click on that add checklist and then click add. It will appear. Set up HTML. So once the department that is this is actually IT/development department, IT development team. So once they are done with it and they click it, it will mark and say 100% complete, because it's only one checklist here. That's why it's saying 100% complete. So let's add the second one according to the list we have here. Apply CSS styles. So click and paste it here. Then set the due date. The due date for that is July 14th. So July 14th, that's the due date. Why is it 14th though? Okay, July 14th, 2024. So that's July 14th, 4 p.m. 2 hours before deadline, and then I save and then I add it. That's the second one. Then I think there is one more. It says integrate JavaScript functionality. So I copy that. These are the steps I need to take to be able to achieve this particular task to its fullest. And the task is implement homepage design. So I copy and paste, integrate JavaScript functionality. This one has a deadline of July 16th. So I change the deadline to July 16th. I save and then add. You can decide to do it whatever way you like. You can decide to maybe how do I put it? Your deadline can be different from my own. Maybe 3 hours before, 5 hours before. It all depends on what you want. So it remains one more, I think. It says test for responsiveness. So I'm going to copy this, and the deadline is 17th of July. Copy and paste, and then 17th of July, which is a Wednesday, deadline 4 p.m. Save and then add. Now I have 4 tasks. So if this one has been completed and you click on it, that's 25% complete for the task. You click on this, that's 50% complete for the task. Just like that, So I think the timeline for this one was not added. Set up HTML structure, that's July 12th. The due date is July 12th. So I think it didn't add on it. Okay, it has added now, July 12th. Okay, so like I was saying, once all these tasks are marked complete, then you see 100%. It means that this particular task is complete. So the task is broken down into 4 different sub-tasks or checklists. Now, let's go over to the next one. If you take a look at here, you're going to see 0/4, which means there are 4 tasks in this particular, 4 checklists in this particular task. The same thing with this one, 4. This one has 4. This one has 4. Some of them has 3. So once you are done with the checklists, then it means this task is complete. Or maybe you finished all of them, you can simply come and click the checklist complete here. I think there's a place where once you click this, that means the task is fully complete. But I think it's better to do it one after the other. You complete the first one, you click it. Now, the next one is test website on different browsers. So I'm not going to let me add this one too. So test website on different browsers. First of all, it says that this one should be assigned to, let me see, tests. Implement homepage design by setting up. Hold on, I think there is a step I'm missing or something. Implement homepage design. Code about us, please. Develop internal pages. That's the task. Develop internal pages. I think that one is missing. So now I'm supposed to have develop internal pages here. So I add a card. I missed that card earlier. Develop internal pages. Just copy so that it won't take me much time. So that's another card added. Then I click on it to edit. First of all, this is in progress, and is assigned to IT and development team. So all I need to do first, I need to copy the description of this. So it says develop internal pages by coding the about us, service and contact us page, and then conduct internal testing and review. So I'm going to paste that description here on this description and then save. Then select the department. It says it's IT and development department. I'm still going to show you how I was able to generate this, because I have already used label. The label was already used for all these other things here. That is planning phase, development phase, content preparation. But I still needed to be able to assign tasks to different departments. So that is why I created what we call custom custom fields. So I'm still going to show you how I did that. So this is assigned to IT and development team, and it is under in progress, I think. Oh, no, it is under, let me see. Okay, it's under development phase. So I'm supposed to come here and then the labels, click on labels and activate development phase. So this shows that this is part of the development phase now. Then I put the subtasks or the checklists. It says this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 checklists. So I'm going to add them one after the other, just like I did the other one. But to avoid making this video long, I'm not going to do that. I'll do that later on. I don't know. I believe from the other one I did, you've been able to see how I added the checklists. So what else is now? How I created the various departments. What I did was I came to this custom fields, and then on custom fields I added new field. Click on add new field. So let's say I want to create states. This is just a sample, I'm going to delete this later, but let's say I want to create states. Then select. You want it to be a checkbox, or do you want it to be a date in form of date? Do you want to be a drop down? So in the form of this department, the department I did was a drop down. So I selected drop down. So let's say I want to make this drop down. Select drop down. Then you add options. Lagos, add. Anambra, add. Just add whatever state you want. Abuja, or let's say Bayelsa. Now you change their colors to different colors as well. Change their colors to different colors as well, so that you can be able to know which one is which. And then once I click on this create now, it creates another custom field and adds it here. So I like, let's say I want this task to be done by Lagos branch, or Anambra branch, or Bayelsa branch. So that's how I was able to create this custom field, creating different departments. And if you notice, they also have that color blindness whatever. So in case of people who are not accustomed or who don't see colors very well. So that's how I added these departments. So whatever you want to add, that maybe you have used your labels, but there is still something you want to departments or whatever. It depends on what you want. You can use custom fields to do that. So then I was able to also achieve the idea of, once I assign a particular card to a particular department, like I showed you earlier, this one was assigned to project management department. Gather initial requirements from stakeholders. If you go to project management board, you are going to see gather initial. It has already mirrored. So I used the mirroring tool to be able to achieve this, and I'm going to show you how I did that using the mirroring tool. But before that, you have to create those departments I created. I had to create a board for them individually. So if you look at this place, you see content team, executives, IT development team, marketing team, project management team, Q&A, that's quality assurance testing team, then UI UX, and this is the main board where I designed everything. Now, this second one was assigned to marketing team, perform competitive analysis. If you go to marketing team, you will see that it has already appeared there, perform competitive analysis. So whatever marketing team is doing on this project, they are doing it on their own board. So if they are able to finish with the first checklist, they check it. Once they check it, you see it's showing 1/4, 1 out of 4. On the web, the main board, it might not have shown up, but after a while you will notice that it has shown up here 1/4. So if I go back to that marketing team and decide to cancel that 1/4, you find out that it will also be cancelled on the main board. So I want to show you how I was able to achieve that by mirroring one card from one board to the other. So I've cancelled it now. Let's see if it has reflected. You see, it is still not reflecting here. So if you go and come back, probably by then it would have reflected. Okay, we'll have to continue. I believe it will still reflect in the long run, but whatever changes you made on this card, whatever changes you make on this card from your departmental board, it is going to appear. Okay, you see it has already appeared here on its own. It has already removed the tick. So now, how did I achieve this? I had to make a research on how to actually mirror these things. So I was told that there is one particular tool called the Unito mirror. So what I did is it asked me to come and add the Unito mirror to the board itself. So on the main board, you are going to add this Unito mirror individually into each of the boards. So you add it to the main board, you add it to the content team, executive, IT development, marketing team, project management, Q&A, and you just add it to all the boards individually. So for me to add it, I have to click on these 3 dots here, the 3 dots you are seeing here on the top right corner of my page, and then click on Power Ups. When I click on Power Ups, I will now search, either I search Unito or I search Mirror. So let's say I do Unito. You see it's Unito, two-way card mirror by Unito. So all I need to do is click on Add. Let's assume, because I've already added it, so I won't be able to add it again. So let me use this as an example. So I click on this Add, and then come down, scroll down and click on Add. Once I click on this Add, the mirror, Unito mirror has been added to that particular page. If you want to see all the power-ups that are enabled on a particular page, just click on this Enabled. You see on this main board, I have the two-way sync board, mirroring board by, I don't know who has this one, but it's not Unito. Then I have this two-way card mirror by Unito, and I have list limits. So I think I will have to remove this one. Let me disable this one because I'm not using it. Disable power-up. So I have this Unito. This is what I use. So once I add it to the main page, I close this. I go to the content team. I repeat the same process again. Click on these 3 dots. Click on Power Ups, and then click on or search for Unito in the search box. Unito, and then it brings it out. Assuming I've not added it, all I need to do is to click on it and add. Now, once I've succeeded in adding it to all the different boards, that's when I can now mirror. So let me give you an example. This task here, this task, define launch goals, is assigned to the executive department. Now, for you to know a card that has already been mirrored, you will see this sign here showing you that it's mirrored to one other board, another board. This one is showing that it's mirrored, but this one is not showing anything, meaning it has not been mirrored yet. So how do I mirror it to the executive board? I click on the card. When it opens, I click on, you will see this mirror sign here, this mirror here. You just click on the mirror, and then on this list, select destination board. I want to send it to executives, and then which of the cards at executive do you want to send it to? So I want to send it to backlog. I have backlog to do in progress, so let's send it to backlog, and then click on mirror. Once you click on it, it will load, and they start loading here. It will tell you in progress. Once it is successful, you will see active here. So let's see, okay, now it's active, which means this card has been mirrored to the executive board. So let's go to the executive board and try. You see that the card define launch goals has been mirrored to this particular board. So let me see if there's any other thing I need to show you guys. Okay, I think that's about it for now. So for you to be able to do this, you can go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give you your own task. to give you a task that you can do, and it will outline it for you. Then you can use it to test your knowledge of what you know about Trello. So there was a time I told it to give me a harder task. That this one was actually simpler, so it should give me to tell you, okay, and then generate a task that is probably harder than what you have here. You can do the same for all the apps that we've been taught. We have the Zendesk. I have a task that ChatGPT gave me. I've not been able to do that one on Zendesk, where it told me what to link this to that, links to that. So I also want to carry out that task, and I believe whenever I'm able to do that, I'll also do a video on how I was able to achieve that, and then I'll send it to the group so that you guys can also follow. I don't know if there's any other thing I'm missing. Okay, if there's any other thing I'm missing, maybe I'll do a follow-up video, but I think for now that is all. Then okay, I think that's all for now. All right, thank you very much. If you have any question about the video, you can always ask me, and I'll be glad to respond to your questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.